everyone, good morning and welcome back to Sports Today. Now, normally the morning update or the morning wrap that we give you guys is often the first video of the day. But the thing is, today has been such an action-packed day for the world of sport that we've been coming live with plenty of updates from the Asian Games already. India have been winning plenty of medals in shooting disciplines. And if you haven't checked those out, you can go ahead and check out those videos. But in this video as well, we'll be going over or just quickly hitting the major bullet points when it comes to how it is the teams have done. And I did not use the word bullet points intentionally, but it just fits. However, we'll also be catching up on some interesting news or some things which may have happened that you might have missed out on whilst you were catching up on some sleep. It may have been too early in the morning, may have been late last night, but there's plenty happening in the world of sport, because whilst we catch up on rest, the world of sport never really does. So without further ado, let's get straight to it and talk about the interesting thing that's happening. And one of the things that has happened just this morning, in fact, was a T20I match in the Asian Games that happened to shatter a number of records, including the records of a certain Rohit Sharma and Yuvraj Singh, as well as, of course, breaking a team record. What exactly is that? Well, Nepal ended up scoring an incredible 314 for 3 in their 20 overs in their first Asian Games match, and they thus became the first ever team in the history of T20I cricket to breach the 300-run mark in the game's shortest format. Now, that in itself was big enough, but then you had Dipender Singh Airy, who ended up breaking Yuvraj Singh's record for the fastest ever half century in T20I cricket. Remember, Yuvraj had done it in 12 balls, and it was, of course, that rather infamous game where he smacked Stuart Broad for 6 sixes. But this guy gets it in 9 balls. 9 balls, he gets the 50. That's mind-boggling, and I don't even want to think about how crazy a match this would have been for the bowlers, because their confidence as well as their bowling both took batterings, but more so their bowling, I would say. And Siddharth, to answer your questions, yes, these matches do in fact hold T20I status. The ICC had confirmed that before the Asian Games itself. Therefore, these records do count under ICC records as well. And not just that, there was also Kushal Malla, who ended up breaking Rohit Sharma's record, as well as that of David Miller for the fastest ever T20I 100. Kushal Malla reached the mark in 34 balls. Both Rohit and David Miller took 35 balls to get there. So again, beautifully good hitting from the Nepal batsman. And sticking now to the world of cricket, but focusing on the Indian side of things, one man who's been in the news a lot, Ravichandran Ashwin, because there's been a lot of will he, won't he with regards to the ODI World Cup squad. And Sunil Gavaskar actually believes that if Ashwin is in fact picked right now, wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. He said that the way he's bowled in the last 2 games against Australia, I think he has made the cut for the World Cup squad if there is even a hint of doubt on Akshar Patel's fitness. So a big statement really from Gavaskar, which he made on the host broadcasters for the ICC World Cup, when he said that, look, Ashwin seems to be a shoo-in at this point if there is any doubts on Akshar's fitness. Now, of course, Rohit Sharma has constantly reiterated that Akshar is recovering and should be good to go for the World Cup. But if there is even the slightest of setbacks, then I think it will most likely be Ravi Ashwin who makes the cut, as Mr. Gavaskar himself says. Another interesting thing from the world of sport, and this is from the world of cricket rather, and this is from AB de Villiers' YouTube channel, and he said that he actually reiterated a line that one Gautam Gambhir had been saying for a long time when it comes to the obsession that a lot of fans have with individual records in the team sport of cricket. A lot of people have gone on to say that, Dhoni was the one who won India the World Cup in 2011, whereas a lot of people hit back with a counterpoint, Gambhir being one of them, that it was a team sport and it was Team India and not MS who won the World Cup. AB de Villiers, in a video that was put out on his YouTube channel, said exactly the same thing. He said, look, cricket is a team game. It's not a player lifting the World Cup. I see that way too often on social platforms. MS Dhoni did not win the World Cup. India didn't win the World Cup. So keep that in mind. Don't forget that Ben Stokes did not lift the trophy in Lord's back in 2019. It was Team England. And a very, very good message, I would say, from one Abraham Benjamin de Villiers, because very often you will see a lot of fans get obsessed with individuals when it comes to their performances. But you have to remember that this is very much a team sport. It is not a sport that is won by one person. It never has been, and it never really will be. So in that regard, you have to keep that in mind and give the team credit when it comes to, let's say, the victories that they end up getting in the team sports. But now, switching our focus, just a quick football update for you guys before we end up doing a little bit of a roundup on all of the action that has taken place in the Asian Games. Manchester United have progressed into the next round of the Carabao Cup. They beat Crystal Palace 3-0 in a fourth round match, and it does ease a little bit of the pressure that the Red Devils had been under recently. You'd remember they had lost a couple of games heavily so, and they were looking like a disheveled unit. But now that's wins in 2 games, albeit against lowly opposition in Burnley and Crystal Palace. But hey, wins are wins, and we'd be saying that they were far more in crisis if they'd lost those games. Now, switching our focus, Asian Games. If you haven't checked out the videos that we've done detailing the medals that we've won, well, you're in the right place right about now, because let me just quickly go through all the events and the medal winners we have. So you had Manu Bhaker, Isha Singh, and Rhythm Sangwan start the day off with a gold in the women's 25-meter pistol event. That was in itself massive. Then, of course, you had Sift Kaur Samra, Ashi Choksi, and Manini Kaushik win a silver medal in the women's 50 meters 3-position team rifle event. Now, is that the team event doubles up as a qualifier for the individual event. So from the women's 25-meter pistol team event, you had Manu Bhaker and Isha Singh qualify for the individual final, and that will take place at around 12 o'clock Indian Standard Time, so stay tuned for that. From the women's 50 meters 3P rifle team event, 3-position, you had Sift Kaur Samra and Ashi Choksi who made it to the final, and their final incidentally ended with Sift Kaur Samra and Ashi Choksi winning 2 medals for India. Sift Kaur Samra won the gold, and then you had Ashi Choksi, who of course won the bronze medal. She was in line for a silver, but unfortunately just missed out in the end a little bit. And now you've had another medal another medal win for India take place in shooting, this time in the men's team skeet event, which has seen Ananchit Singh Naruka, Gurjot Singh Khangura, and Angadveer Singh Bajwa win the bronze medal in the men's skeet event. So again, as I said, plenty of medals coming our way in shooting. That has in fact been the expectation, and that's exactly how it's played out. But the day is still very, very young, and there's plenty of sporting action both in the Asian Games as well as in the world of cricket to go. So stay tuned to Sports Today, your favorite destination for all of these sporting updates. For now, I'm taking you guys leave, but thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget, like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell, leave us a comment, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget to download the Sportsbook app, and if you're already on the channel, go right ahead and check out some other videos we've done. For now, from me, it's goodbye.